Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Bad Moon's Orbit. I am, as always, your globe-trotting adventurer, Darien Smart.
And I am War Chief Dalton Montgomery.
I was going to say Keeper of the Cats.
Ah.
Feline Caretaker.
Yes, also that.
War Chief is also good for the nature of the episode. Hi, everybody. It's a different episode.
Yeah.
But not different in the same way our most recent different episode was different. This is different in a new, different kind of way. You know? It's a trip report.
Yeah, it's a travelogue.
Travelogue, yes.
Yeah.
Because I went to Warhammer World.
Yeah.
I recently, as in less than 24 hours ago, got back from a 3-week trip to Europe. It involved going to 4 different countries and taking thousands and thousands of steps.
Mm-hmm.
And literally the first thing I did, like literally day 1 of the trip, was go to Nottingham in the United Kingdom, in England, to go to Warhammer World.
Hell yeah.
Took just under 2, because I was staying in the London area, about just shy of a 2-hour train ride.
Nice.
Hey, trains are great.
Trains are great.
And so that is what this episode is going to be about.
Yeah, very exciting.
Part travel vlog.
Yeah.
Travelogue for the episode for my adventure, and then Dalton is also providing lore.
Yeah, because for those who don't know, Warhammer World also includes Bugman's Brewery, which
There's
is
a themed restaurant.
Yeah.
That was largely what sold it to me, right? Like, oh, Warhammer, that's cool. It's got a really cool like exhibit space. You can see a bunch of minis and different dioramas, and that's all really neat. But like, was I gonna go 2 hours out of my way by train? I don't know. I'm traveling with my brother. This is not a thing he's interested in at all. Oh, there's a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
There's a themed restaurant. And I will be mostly ranking my experience on how well I think the restaurant theming was as immersive as it could have been.
Hell yeah.
But let's get into it. So we start out, big old building, big statues outside. They are, of course, 40K.
Yeah.
Big space marine, big tank looking structure. I took
visual aid.
There will be, yes, I took so many photos.
Hell yeah.
In fact, when I have shown people pictures of my trip so far, and we get to Warhammer World, because they're just swiping, and I say, okay, you're going to want to go out of that, and you're going to scroll up until you stop seeing little plastic guys. Because I did take so many pictures, because I was prepared to come back for this episode. I'm dedicated to the cause, gang. Don't worry, I didn't learn anything new about Warhammer in Warhammer AOS, so it's okay. Don't worry about it, guys. Okay, well, first, there's some emblems on the building outside.
Yeah.
First thing you see. It looks like a 40K and an AOS emblem.
Yep. I don't think the AOS one has a name. It's just Galmaraz with like wings behind it.
It's pretty cool.
The 40K one I know is called the Aquila.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know why it's called that, but it is.
And then you get up and there's a tank and a space marine. They got little plaques. It is the MK2 Rhino is the specific vehicle.
Nice.
That they have in front. It's pretty cool.
Nice. I couldn't tell any 40K vehicles apart from Adam, right? So, yeah.
It's a very boxy looking tank. They happen to have a plaque in front of it.
Perfect.
And I took a picture of that plaque.
Hell yeah.
You walk in, there's a big old banner that says, "Welcome to Warhammer World."
Nice.
And that's pretty tight. In the main entrance space, there's just another statue of a space marine, and he's like fully colored. The first one is like a stone type, looks like a yeah. And this one's like a fully painted massive mini type deal.
Yeah.
It was very cool. Tons of banners. There's like a diorama set right in the entrance.
Ooh, got some Caradron.
Yeah, there was an AOS. I think those are my guys, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, they're a little more techy than you sometimes get on AOS stuff.
I was like, I think that's my Caradron. I think those are my capitalist dwarfs, but I'm not entirely sure.
It looks like Caradron versus Flesh Eater Courts.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can see a zombie dragon in the background.
It was really cool. There were tons of really kick-ass dioramas. Some scattered about, but when you get to the exhibit hall, like that's where you're going to see the most of it. So that'll come a little later in the episode.
Nice.
But this is just, it's called the Clash at Marrowbreak Spire.
Nice.
Was this design. And then there's another one, bigger, main diorama. Obviously, like,
Yep.
hey, there's a lot of visual stuff. I'm like, Dalton's gonna comb through and he'll post the highlights on the on the Instagram.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Don't worry.
just shoot me these and all.
It won't all be me showing Dalton pictures.
Yeah, that is Space Wolves, Space Marines holding off a Tyranid invasion.
Nice.
Looks like. I think that's the Space Wolf colors. If it's not, someone will correct me.
Oh, here's a better.
Cool.
Very next photo. Hey, these pictures were taken like 3 weeks ago, gang.
Yeah.
I took very detailed notes on the train ride back so I would remember my experience. Oh, and then they had like some Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah.
That
I
was
always
really
forget
cool.
GW does.
Yeah, there was just some kind of
Middle
random
Earth.
like
Yeah.
Middle Earth jump scares
Yeah.
on this adventure. Anyway, I did a little bit of a camera pan around being like, oh, I wonder where the AOS is at. I wonder, like, yes, I saw the diagram.
Right.
But like in the big space, there is the massive Space Marine.
Mm-hmm.
And then tucked literally behind the banister on the stairwell was a cardboard cutout standee of Sigmar with like Warhammer Age of Sigmar, like what you would see at our local game shop.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And that really was the vibe.
Yeah.
Visiting Warhammer World.
Uh.
So first thing, and also, so this is just like the main lobby entrance, right? You got stairs to go up to get to literally everything else in Warhammer World. But the first thing I saw was some souvenir coins.
Ooh.
And your girl, she loves some souvenir. These weren't like pressed penny coins, but I did look at them, and I did in fact confirm, yeah, those are some AOS coins. So the first...
Ooh.
of the presents I got for Dalton at Warhammer World in Nottingham, England, are some coins.
Hell
Shiny
yeah.
gold-looking coins.
We got for those in the know, we've got a Stormcast Annihilator.
Yeah.
And then Cruel Boy, this is the Scare Shield. So
That's why I got that one for you first, because I'm
Hell
like,
yeah.
that's the boy. And I was like, I'll get the other one too.
No.
It was only like £2. Like, yeah, I'll just get the other one too.
Hell
It's
yeah.
fine.
Hell yeah, these are awesome. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. And then on the back, it's got, next up we go upstairs, and there's like a massive gaming space.
Hell yeah.
Like you can just, like at your local game store, folks, you know how you can go there and like have a table and play. They have that there.
Hell yeah. Good.
But it looks like it's set in a castle courtyard.
Ooh.
Like,
oh, hell yeah.
it was super cool.
I don't think I noticed that in the photo you sent me originally. Like, hell yeah.
Like you walk through and it is like, yeah, the walls are all designed to look like the like parapets and towers of a castle, and you're like in the courtyard. You're inside the castle space
hell
playing. And there was tons of folks there gaming, hanging out, playing, doing war, doing fantasy and space war.
Hell
so
yeah.
that was pretty cool. And you don't have to. If you go inside and up the stairs and through this space, that's how there's also an outdoor entrance to Bugman's. But if you go from the inside, you have to walk through the castle space to get to Bugman's, which looks like a little tavern. Like they have the facade within the castle space of walking into Bugman's. So you walk in, there'll be lots and lots of photos in this section, I'm sure.
Hell yeah.
And I'm sure. There will be. I made sure of it. I took so many pictures of all of the things to like share.
Yeah.
But here's super important. So when you get there, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to pick a table and you're going to look at the number of the table and you're scan the QR code and then you'll order. This is a thing they do all over Europe.
Oh.
Or at the very least all over, like, this is very common in the UK. If it's not a restaurant where you're supposed to wait for a server to come seat you, you go pick a table. The table has a number on it. And either you go up and you tell them your table number or you order at the table. I did not know this. So we went up and we were looking around. And we weren't sure where we were supposed to sit. Where it was like, because, you don't want to sit somewhere where a server isn't
course,
assigned.
yeah.
So like, well, I don't know where to go. We go up and the person asks, what table are you at? And I was like, I don't know. No one greeted us. And I was the weird one in that situation, as I would learn in the rest of my trip. Remember, this was day one. So this is what I want to tell you, dear listeners. The first thing, if you're not accustomed to this system and you're going to go, and also there is a sign on the door. And I missed that because I was looking at the other sign on the door that was telling you about the new hours.
Ooh.
So there were 2 signs on the door. Oh, no, this is what it was. Yes, there's a sign on the door, but you'll miss it if you're reading the other 2 signs on the door. One is about the CCTV cameras that are in use, and another one is about early order nights starting in May.
Fun.
So I did miss the 3rd sign that was telling me how to operate the restaurant. Here's another thing. They must have to tell you legally if you're being recorded, because everywhere I went, there were signs letting you know that the cameras were in use.
That's probably
everywhere
better.
I went, all over, would be a train station or an escape room, like everywhere. And I'm like, oh, okay. So this is going to be slightly sprinkled in Darien's experience in Europe. The menu, pretty strong.
Hell yeah.
Lots of, a couple like specific themed options, but also just... Like, this is Bugman's menu.
Nice.
It's got him on it. Okay. You walk in, and it is giving tavern vibes.
Yeah.
It's also giving restaurant vibes. So it's not like a completely 100% immersive design to look like a tavern.
For sure.
Right? It is a restaurant first. But they've got tons of, it's like very open space, a lot of wood all the way around. Like, it doesn't feel like a Domino's. Right? It's not like you're not at an Outback Steakhouse, right? It's got like the lighting fixtures above look like they'd be like, wouldn't be out of place if they had fire instead of light bulbs in them. They've got banners and art all over the place. They've got a throne right in with like a stuffed orc head above it, which I found a little tasteless.
Yeah.
I still took a picture. Obvi. I still made my brother take a picture. But the menu looks cool. It's Bugman's menu. It's got Bugman himself. I have to assume it's Bugman on the cover, on the main page. And they've got some things, like, it's got a pretty wide spread of like tavern brewery vibes.
Yeah.
Right? Because it is also like a brewery. That's really what it feels like. It feels like a brewery. If you've been to a brewery, that's the vibe. They've also just got fantasy shit everywhere.
Perfect.
That's the description I was looking for. And so I'm in a themed restaurant, so I'm going to order the themed items on the menu.
Of course.
So I order Bugman's Wildwood Craft Cider.
Nice.
Because I don't like beer.
Yep.
But I will sip on a cider.
Yeah.
I prefer super sweet ciders. It wasn't very sweet, but also I wouldn't describe it as dry. So I enjoyed it, and it paired excellently with the Bugman Stacked Burger.
Nice.
This was delicious. Was I maybe hungry because we trekked all the way from London to Nottingham and also did an escape room right before this? Maybe. It had 3 different meats on it. It had a burger patty, it had a chicken patty, and it had pork on it.
Oh, wow.
It had a side of chips, fries. It was excellent. It paired, again, the cider paired so good with it. I devoured this. It was excellent. If you eat meat, this is the thing I'd recommend you get. My brother, who came with me, who doesn't know he knows outsider information about Warhammer. Right. And he was willing to come along because it was something I was excited to do. Yeah. So Jared, when he goes to places, he likes to, and he's not sure what to order, he likes to ask the server, like, hey, what's your favorite thing here? Right? Yeah. Because he likes to try the things that people like, and it helps a lot. And the server recommended the chicken parm. It had American cheese on it.
That's crazy.
And it was just called the chicken parm.
I didn't know you could get American cheese.
It didn't have a fantasy name. Yeah, you could tell that wasn't like Parmesan or mozzarella. Right. That was a slice of American cheese. Not like a craft single.
No, but still.
But Jared liked it.
Oh, good.
And Jared also got a themed drink.
Nice. Cool.
He got a couple shots of what was called blood vodka for the blood god.
Nice.
It was a blood orange vodka.
Nice.
Took a little sip of that. It was just vodka. Just intense vodka flavor, but the drink, he didn't just get shots of vodka, right? They gave him that, and then they gave him a bottle of sparkling apple juice.
Oh, cool.
Not sparkling cider. It was definitely different.
Right.
And he poured it in. He paired those and made a cocktail out of that. And it was really good.
Hell yeah.
Like, it was so smooth. Like, I was like, ooh, I could drink too many of these. I'm going to stick to my cider. But it was good.
Blasted at the
themed
Warhammer restaurant.
Warhammer restaurant. The vodka was like red. Not like blood red. It's not going to look like that. But it was like a red. Yeah. Pinkish red. And then But that was pretty good. And the bottle was super cool. Like, it was just a really neat bottle, and it had, like, the wax maker's marks on it, and it said,
nice.
like, had corn on it and everything.
Yep.
Like, it was pretty tight.
Hell yeah.
And Jared was really considering getting it. Like, he was like, but it's the start of the trip. I don't want to take it. We're going to Italy after that, and then we're going to hit France and Wales.
That's a lot of customs.
Yeah, it's a lot of... And I was like, well, I'm going to see my friends at the end of the trip one more time. I'm sure they would be okay with us just leaving this one bottle at their house.
Yeah.
And so he was thinking about it. It was like £50, I think I remember. It was kind of pricey.
Yeah.
But he decided against it. And the reason was because he liked the vodka too much. And he just wanted the bottle because the bottle was super cool. But if he bought it and it was alcohol that he liked, then he was going to drink it. And then he was going to have to open the bottle, ruin the wax on it, and that was kind of the point of it.
Right.
And you might be wondering, well, why didn't he get it if he liked the alcohol? Because he didn't like it as much as they were charging for it.
Yeah,
like it was it was a fine price for just a cool souvenir bottle, but too expensive for liquor he was going to actually drink.
Right, for sure.
We did not come home with a bottle of blood vodka for the blood god, unfortunately. But I realized on my Wildwood craft cider, it has the description of a crisp tang of the Wildwood's finest apples sparkle on the tongue in the bittersweet kiss of Aurorial herself.
Aww.
And I was like, that's my girl.
Yeah.
Wait. And I was like, wait, is this an AOS reference? Because I'm like, I don't think Alariel was... Like, I knew she was there in fantasy, but I don't think you'd be referencing her in this kind of context.
Yeah.
Like, this is goddess of life, goddess of nature, Alariel context.
Yeah.
So I was super excited that I had inadvertently ordered a Warhammer AOS drink. It made me very happy. I don't know how canon this is in the thing, but it was pretty tight. The restrooms were not themed. They were just your standard restaurant bathrooms, but inside the stall they did have ads for exhibition guest displays coming up in the exhibition hall.
Nice.
While I was there was the Horus Heresy,
the Horus Hearsay, yeah. Heresy,
thank you. The Horus Heresy Lego Custodes Showcase.
Legio Custodes.
Thank you. No, please correct me. I knew it was wrong.
I thought you literally meant Lego Custodes, and I was like, oh man,
Custodes.
Legos.
No, you're right. And also, you could browse the Necromata markets.
Oh, nice.
So, those were the two big temporary exhibits that were going on while I was there.
Nice.
There was a ton of really cool, like, oil portraits of different characters from Warhammer. A lot of dwarves, obviously, because you're in Bugman's. I understand it's a dwarf bar.
Yeah.
There was this cool display of like different like family crests on shields around the portrait of like Bugman himself. Yeah. I recognized him from the menu.
I was gonna say, I think some of those are war trophies because like the off-kilter triangle is a Skaven symbol.
Yeah, and like why would a dwarf have the bad moon?
Yep.
Honestly, I didn't even register until right now looking at this picture. I didn't see our boy when I was there. I took a picture of him, but I didn't clock it. There was a cool kind of setup display of like a hearth, which a bunch of like dwarven artifacts all around it, and like a fake fire, like a big coal glowing, and that was pretty neat. Like, tons and tons of paintings on the walls. I didn't want to like get in people's spaces, so I tried to take pictures at angles where there were other. Like, it wasn't busy when we were there. It was pretty late in the day, but not like at a lunch or dinner. They don't do dinner, and it was well after lunch rush. So there was a city militia supplies, like a box of crossbow and chainmail and things like that, with a little sign that said "City militia supplies, unauthorized use will be punished. Use by unauthorized persons will be punished. Failure to maintain equipment will be punished. Sigmar protects. Protect your city." Which I'm like, that's also a Warhammer AOS thing.
Yeah.
What a vibe, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, this is an energy I wasn't aware of. The photo of me on the...
Yeah. I've been showing
with a big chair. Yeah. I asked my brother, Jared, I'm going to need you to take a picture of me in this chair. I am going to hold the bottle of my drink while I'm taking a picture in this chair. Please and thank you. One cool one that I really liked, whereas I think it took a picture of it a little earlier. Oh yeah, was like it was really dusty and someone needed to dust this display, but it was in a glass case and it was this really big leather bound book with this intense like dwarven face on the front of it. And it was the Bugman Family Book of Grudges.
I was wondering.
Yep. Every slight leveled against the Bugman filial line and our famous ale is recorded within this mighty tome. Alas, many entries were inscribed whilst under the inspirational influences of Bugman's XXXXX. And so rune work for some of the weightier grudges is a touch angrier and more illegible than is usual. The menu of all the drinks.
We got bolt gun and las gun are 40k things. Bugman 6x. Oh no.
Oh, that's 6x. Yeah, that's what it said. I just read all the X's, but Bugman 6x.
Hammer Hall's best bidder. Nice. Talia Gold.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, I know her.
Lord Brock. Lord Brock's the current head of the carriage on fleets.
Oh.
Yeah. Lord Brock Porter. That's fun. The Twin-Tailed Ale. That's fun.
Yeah, they had a lot of... And so, of course, again, they had like a lot of reference, like brewery beverages, like beers and stuff, ales. But I don't really like it, so I got the cider.
Mechanicus oil is no. That's just oil. You can't sell me a drink that's called oil.
No. But yeah, they had on the, like you saw on the menu. There's references to 40k. But in the bar itself, all of the decor was fantasy.
Nice. It's Bugman's, yeah.
It's Bugman's, yeah. There was the ancestral heirlooms of the Bugman family handed down through 15 generations or more. All of good Ekrund make, save for the axe, and we don't talk about that outside of the family. Those that need to know where it's from. The leftmost shield is the oldest item and was damaged during the fall of Ekrund, where it took a blow from an orc axe in the place of Hardek Bugman's neck. And so that's the family heirlooms.
Yeah.
On the spot there. But yeah, a lot y'all, if you're there, it's fun. Go.
Hell yeah.
I'm sure if you're listening and you live in the UK, you've already been.
I'm sure.
And I'm sure if you're listening and are planning a trip, you'll hop on a train and get out to Nottingham.
Yeah.
So we had a good time. Yeah. Service was great. A lot of fun. Then we got to go check out the exhibit, obviously. And I'm a little bit tipsy. And I'm like, Jared, can I tell you all I know about Warhammer AOS? And my brother's like, sure, Darien. Tell me all you know about it that you can remember right now.
Hell yeah.
But as we're going out, we got to cross the courtyard again. And I didn't see this when we went in, but there is a themed water fountain.
Ooh. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's designed to look like you're like tapping into like a barrel from Bugman's.
Yeah.
But it's just where you can get water if you're hanging out gaming with your buds.
Nice. That's
and you gotta stay hydrated.
Hell yeah. That's cool.
Okay. So, one more thing. You can get souvenirs, obviously, exclusive of Bugman. And I'm taking a look and I'm checking it. I got him behind the desk. And I'm like, I would love that dice bag, please.
Ooh.
It's got the B for Bugman on it. It's got an embroidered face of angry Bugman.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, I'd like to buy that. And they said, you can go buy that in the shop. We can't sell them here. And I'm like,
that's crazy.
Why is it right there? And it has the price on it if I can't buy it here.
Yeah.
Sell it to me now.
So
we went into the shop and I bought it. But I figured, what is the thing that Dalton's going to be able to use?
Yeah.
It's the dice bag.
This is going to, absolutely. See a lot of Warhammer tables.
Right? I wanted you to be able to have a cool thing that you could take and show other people who would care about it.
Yeah.
Like they had hats and stuff and mugs, but I, again, was still going to travel 3 more weeks. And I was like, I don't want to risk breaking a big glass, like, goblet thing.
Absolutely.
So, dice bag. It's a nice dice bag, too, I think.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah. It's like satin lined on the
inside.
Like,
perfect. Was perfectly reasonably priced for like a souvenir dice bag too. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Exciting.
All right. So then after, should we hit pause here and you can tell us
let's talk about
why did I go to a restaurant run by a fantasy dwarf at the mini war game?
Yeah. Who's this Bugman we've been hearing so much about?
Who's this Bugman?
Yeah. Step into the old world to talk about Joseph Bugman a little bit, because it's rare that a fictional character is influential enough to have their own themed restaurant.
Yeah. Like, you can't even, especially outside of a theme. Listen, there's Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
You can go to Bubba Gumps.
Yeah.
But even that, and that's so fucking crazy.
Right.
What do you mean Bubba Gumps is the Forrest Gump themed chain of restaurants that are still open today?
Mm-hmm. I have a bunch of Bubba Gump merch because my aunt goes there every time she's in Hawaii.
And she gets you. I mean, yes,
Yeah.
I've also been to the Hawaii Bubba Gumps.
Yeah.
But why is she bringing you stuff back?
I did really like the movie Forrest Gump when I was
Okay,
younger. So,
that's
yeah.
important. That's important.
But yeah, let's talk about Joseph. All this information I want to shout out. Usually I try as much as possible to get information from first-hand sources, battle tomes, official like Warhammer community articles, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But when that's not possible, I turn towards Lexicanium, the best of the like Warhammer Age of Sigmar wikis. Lexicanium has good articles. It's well maintained, excellent like sourcing on its pictures and stuff. Like super good. If we ever talk about something and you want to know even more about it, go check out Lexicanium. They'll have the like deeper deets.
Nice.
And so they also have old world stuff. And so most of what we're going to talk about with Joseph Bugman is going to be from Lexicanium. So I wanted to make an extra effort to shout them out as we're going into that. So who's Joseph Bugman? So also, it's either Joseph or Yosef. I don't know.
Could be Joseph.
Yep.
I mean, it's probably not, but it could be.
He's named in the like old world imperial style, which is very intentionally reminiscent of like Germanic like speaking areas. So it could be Yosef.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I could have looked it up, but I didn't.
Yeah. I kept going back and forth whenever I pointed him out to my brother and be like, it's Joseph. And then the next time I see him, like, it's Yosef.
So Yosef was born to Zamnil Bugman. Zamnil was a dwarf brewer from Ekrund, which was a dwarven mountain hold in the Dragonback Mountains. So the Bugman clan hailed from the Dragonback Mountains. They lived there for quite a while. Remember that the old world map is just Earth with like some weird happening to it. And so the Dragonback Mountains are in the westernmost range of the Badlands, which is important for this story because it's explicitly not part of the Empire.
Oh, okay.
But it's not quite. It like doesn't perfectly map onto anywhere in particular because like in Fantasy the Badlands is where like a bunch of the orcs are, and there's like a couple of dwarven mountain holds near there and stuff, and then like directly north of the Badlands is Nankara, which is Egypt.
Yep.
But there's not like a water barrier there. It just land goes directly into Egypt.
That's
so it's
wild.
Yeah, it's kind of like if the Mediterranean was land, I think is supposed to be the idea, but I'm not entirely sure. It might be like Eastern Europe, like not fully certain, not a super intense old world person.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Bugman story. So that's our first like big thing for the Bugman story is that it is very much a immigrant story. The Bugman clan are not from the Empire, but they became well known within the Empire when Yosef's father Zamnil had to flee their hold. They crossed over into Empire lands and they set up like originally just like a settlement for like dwarven expats that eventually Zamnil opened Bugman's Brewery.
Oh.
So Yosef's father founded Bugman's Brewery.
What? It's a family affair?
Yes. Bugman's Brewery was established in Weissenland, spelled with a W because Germany.
Of course.
Which is the southernmost province of the empire. So very, like I said, it's very reminiscent of almost down into what we would not, like Germanic speaking areas that we would not identify as Germany today. Like I think it's meant to be like vaguely Austrian.
Okay.
But someone who knows more about the old world will correct me on that.
Please,
but,
let us know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if someone's listening and you know an awful lot about Bugman,
Yes,
absolutely feel free to drop those like fun lore things in the comments.
100%. So Bugman's Brewery gets established in Weissenland, both because it is like where the dwarves are arriving when they are fleeing stuff in the Dragon's Back Mountains. Dragon's Back eventually will become one of the core holdings of one of the like big orc clans. So it's very much like a orc dwarf like turf fight. The result of that is that we get Bugman's Brewery getting founded. They're both because that's where the dwarves are arriving, but also because Weissenland has a good river network. Like it has these very expansive like rivers that kind of flow outward into
great for trade.
Yeah, absolutely. Other parts of the empire. That's exactly what it was. Is Zamnil looked at the opportunities he had, that he had like now fled his home. He had to try and support his like newborn son and like family and stuff. And being able to brew where there was good access to fresh water and good access to the like river like shipping networks to distribute said like beer was kind of the perfect setup for him to found a brewery that they could then like do business outside of just Weissenland.
Yeah.
Like spread more broadly. This is where we start to get into that kind of like, and that's like I said, that the whole thing is very much like an immigrant story in the ways in which it's like, okay, we're going to bring like an art from our home and we're going to do it like a little bit differently because of the ingredients we have access to here.
Yeah.
And we're going to practice it now in our new home in a way that's like maybe a little bit of like culture like shock at first, but then becomes integrated as almost like a part of the culture. Like Weissenland comes to be known for its brewing industry almost as like a spin-off of like Bugman's success.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also Zamnil changes his name for his like business records. He starts going by Samuel Bugman because Samuel is an imperial name. Zamnil is in the original Kazalid. And when Yosef is born, Yosef is an imperial name.
There it is. Yeah.
Yes, if Yosef had like an original Kazalid name, it's not recorded anywhere. He made the choice to name his son in a way where it would not be something that got held against him in like matters of business and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like trying to ease their practices and stuff into this new like life that they were building for themselves inside Empire lands. The brewery was successful under Zamnil, building up like a regular customer base and whatnot. And but once he passed away, passed it along to Yosef, that's when it became the like kind of legendary Bugman's brewery that we come to know. He drastically like expanded operations. Yosef's kind of like calling was on the like brewery side of it. So the different like varieties of Bugman's brews are like kind of the big thing it comes to be known for. The most famous of which are Bugman's 6X, which is extremely, there's another interesting like the immigrant thing where the big thing about Bugman's 6X is that it is stronger than most human beers, but weaker than most dwarven beers.
Interesting.
With the explicit intention of it being a single beer that both groups can order.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a community thing on purpose, where it's like, because they also have like, oh, these are beers that you probably only want to order if you're human because they're just too weak if you're a dwarf. And they have beers that are like not safe to order if you're human because they're like meant for dwarves. And the fact that Bugman's 6X is like the both. Yeah, the collaboration, because that's what we're doing here. Like Yosef never knew the Dragon's Back Mountains. He exclusively grew up in the Empire. And so again, that we have that like first generation immigrant story of like adapting your cultural practices to what is realistically your home in a way that feels authentic to both, which I think is
That's
neat.
really cool.
Yeah. Drinking it is said to make the person who drinks it completely immune to fear, which I have to assume is like a holdover from like a rules thing. Like, because I know in Blood Bowl, which is a alternate history universe of Warhammer Fantasy, where instead of the end times happening, everyone started playing American football.
Is that what's going on there?
Yeah.
Listen, I saw some Blood Bowl minutes, and we've mentioned Blood Bowl in the past, but I had no idea that was the framing. Of course, there was an actual lore around it. I thought it was fucking funny. What if we played football? But not, what if the end times didn't happen, and now we play American football? I mean, I forgot that middle part.
It's definitely like tongue-in-cheek jokey.
Yeah.
I think the actual timeline divergence is like the end times are about to happen and someone discovers the like ancient tablets that contain the rules for American football, and like a religion crops up around it, worshiping Snuffle, who just becomes the patron god of Blood Bowl. And there's a whole alternate history for Blood Bowl where like dwarves create the first like established league, or orcs create the first leagues, but dwarves write the rules down for the first time, like translate them into like imperial standard where everyone can read them. And so there's like different leagues for a while where they play by different rules, because you have like orcish like street rules and you have like official like dwarven league rules, and then it all gets standardized later. And yeah, it's a whole thing. but
That's excellent.
right. But Bugman still exists in the Blood Bowl universe.
Hooray!
And I know you can, in a game of Blood Bowl, you can spend points to have Bugman's kegs on the sidelines for your players, which is very fun.
You don't need to hydrate. You just need to be immune to fear.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you could also hire a wizard to literally shoot lightning at the enemy team. Like, Blood Bowl's a very silly sport. Or buy bribes for the judges.
All right, that sounds actually super fucking fun.
It's very fun.
If I was going to do one of these, I think I'd do Blood Bowl. That sounds real fun.
I have Blood Bowl minis if you ever wanted to learn to play.
I want to play Blood Bowl. Is that the next Craft World episode? It's Blood Bowl?
There you go. That'd be fun.
Okay.
Yeah, Yosef takes the brewery like to its absolute like height of popularity to the point where the name like Bugman's almost starts to become synonymous with high quality beer.
Oh.
Like you get people labeling their high quality beer like Bugman's in a like champagne kind of way, where it's like this isn't from Bugman's brewery, but that's just what this means now is like really high quality.
Well, so the opposite of champagne.
Yes. Yeah. Well, kind of. Yeah.
Because it can't be champagne if it's not from that region of France.
Yes, but people use champagne colloquially to mean
high quality black tie caviar.
Yes, very much. It's not a real Bugman's. It's just very high quality. Yeah.
It's Bugman's adjacent.
Yeah.
Bugman's means high quality beer.
Yes, absolutely.
That's cool.
Yes. So I have a couple of examples of Bugman's different like canon brews. We have Bugman's 6X, we have Troll Brew, we have Rock Brew. Troll Brew is dwarves only because it will just kill humans. Okay. Beardling's Best Effort is the like go-to human beer because it is explicitly like the stuff that a beardling is what you call like a young dwarf.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's explicitly like the stuff that like the new brewers are like learning on, and so the alcohol content is wonky. So anything that they like aren't super proud of, the label is Beardling's Best Effort, and usually the alcohol contents.
Effort?
Yeah. Usually the alcohol contents whack, and so they can sell it as like safe for humans only, or any of the other like the beer equivalent of giving the tickets away at the door at halftime, right? Like, basically. You don't want to waste the resources, so these are bad stuff. These are not as good stuff.
And no one's going to get mad because we're telling you up front.
Yep, exactly.
Nice.
The day-old bread. Yep.
I mean, and hopefully you don't try some and really love it, because we're probably not going to be able to make this exact one again.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is today-only special. Don't go back tomorrow expecting to get more.
Absolutely. This is where... So that's like the core like of the Bugman like story. Is like immigrant story, Zamnil, like brewery inherited for Yosef. And then we have an interesting like meta-narrative thing that happens because... It's that thing that happens with Warhammer stuff because Warhammer is, in its nature, a war game, right?
Yeah.
Where Bugman and his brewery existed in the background, existed for lore for a long time, and then at some point, because the last big like story thing that happens in the old world with Bugman is the brewery gets destroyed.
I saw a painting about that. I was super bummed out when I learned that the Bugman... Yeah, I have. So that painting I showed you earlier, like, it's a Bugman. Yep. There's a little caption underneath. May I?
Yes.
So, following the destruction of his brewery by a goblin raiding party. Goblin is capitalized, by the way. Capital G Goblin. Yosef Bugman and his remaining companions swore vengeance. The band trailed the goblins across the World's Edge Mountain and into the wilderness beyond. Little was heard of them again, except for rumor of ravages of Bugman and his dwarf raiders, of cunning ambushes and night raids against goblin camps. So has the legend of Yosef Bugman persisted to this day. Yeah. I was real fucking sad. I'm like, what do you mean the bar burned down? By just a fucking goblin raiding party? I'm so mad!
So it's one of those things of like, because the peek behind the curtain is that I don't know what edition of Warhammer Fantasy, but I know that there was a point in Warhammer Fantasy where if you are playing like a Human Empire army or a Dwarven Holds army or like some other armies, I'm sure had this as an option, you could bring like a unit of dwarves and dwarven rangers, and those were Bugman's rangers. Like you would get like special rules for having like Bugman as rangers show up in the dark of night to help you in this battle for like in pursuit of their revenge.
Yeah,
right?
they just happen to be rolling by.
Yep,
That's
and
pretty fucking tight.
that's
as a
very
game
cool.
mechanic.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the impetus behind something like that happening at the narrative level.
Yeah.
Is like, we all know about Joseph Bugman. He's very cool. What are the circumstances in which having Joseph Bugman be like in your army
Yeah.
is a thing that could happen, and like the destruction of the brewery is
absolutely
absolutely nowhere. Now he's like a wandering
That's so
like
sad.
Ronin.
It's a really sad ending to his story.
Right. He does some stuff in the end times, I know.
That's cool.
Like he's around, like every relatively famous character gets at least some screen time in the end times, just because that's what
That's how you do a big wrap up.
Absolutely. So I don't know what Joseph's like big end all be all was in the end times, but he's not around in Age of Sigmar. He's just a guy.
He's just a guy.
But we do have like homage to him in Age of Sigmar, almost to an extent, because we have a couple of people from like the old world who are dwarves who have made it into Age of Sigmar. Most of them are gods, right? It's Grungni and Grimnir and Gotrek.
Yeah.
Gotrek, the last slayer, the guy who was trying to die so bad that he survived the end of the world.
Oh no.
Like, so we have dwarves, like properly dwarves, not Dwarden, from the old world who exists in Age of Sigmar, and through like cultural osmosis / like handing down of like legend and stuff, the idea of Bugman as this extremely famous, like legendary brewmaster has persisted, even though like Bugman the person and Bugman like the family is gone.
It's hard because there are so many people from the old world that are here now, but the Mortal Realms is not the old world.
Correct.
Even though Sigmar hung out on the carcass of that planet for so long until his dragon BFF found him and brought him over.
Yeah. The corpse of the old world is present in the Mortal Realms.
Yes.
But it's not the same place.
It's not the same place, but does it exist in the same? Okay, here's a question maybe I should have asked forever ago. What is the Mortal Realms?
I think we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
I think it's probably good for a recap. When the old world was destroyed, right? Like what happened to the old world was that the like realm of chaos seeped in, it like overwhelmed it, it tore free like all of the like life and magic and stuff that could exist on the old world, leaving it a desiccated husk.
Yeah.
So that was what Sigmar was left on, was just this lifeless, barren, like void rock, basically. But chaos is magic. And so in like that happening, the like kind of horrifying like chaos storm that destroyed the old world, winds of magic, which were like more so how magic worked in the old world.
Yeah, because there we had our individuals who were anchored essentially to a wind of magic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those
became the Mortal Realms.
Yes. They blew free. They mixed with like space debris and like chunks of the old world that got like blasted off of it because like the moon hit the old world at one point, and basically coalesced into the 8 realms we know, with each of the individual winds of magic. So each individual wind of magic is present on each realm. It's just that each one is more dominant on one realm than others.
So, okay, I guess here's my thing. Does it exist in the same universe?
Yes, kind of.
Because I guess that's what I want to know. Is it in like Marvel Universe 616 Prime,
right,
where Spider-Man lives here, and also Miles Morales lives here now, but he didn't used to, but now he actually always has? Or is it Spider-Gwen lives somewhere else?
It's not really either of those.
Okay.
It's more like that there was a universe that existed and it was completely destroyed.
And the pieces that remained of it became something
the
else.
Mortal Realms.
Okay.
It's in the same universe insofar as that means anything.
Okay. Because I guess the thing I wanted to ask is, did the Bugman family exist historically in the context of the Mortal Realms, or is it pure mythology?
It's pure mythology.
They never existed.
They existed in the old world.
In the old world,
but there's never been Bugmans in the Mortal Realms.
Yes.
No. Because everyone died.
Yeah.
Like
so
that's the other half of it. Yeah.
That's the other thing. It's a great time to question this, because being in the bar is like, where am I right now? Because they start mentioning old world stuff, and I'm like, where am I right now? Because it mentions Alariel on this glass bottle, but where am I right now? That's a theming question. We're gonna circle back to my like grade of the theming. So do people know that happened?
It depends.
Okay.
And it varies a lot based on who you are and where you are.
Yeah.
Because the high scholars of Azir know.
Yes.
Because they can go and talk to Sigmar.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he has office hours. Like, people on Azir know. Stormcast generally know.
Of course.
Anyone who is connected to the gods who would want to communicate that knows. So, like, all of the Lumineth know. Because Teclis all the Lumineth and most of the Ideneth know.
Because that's literally their history.
Yes. Teclis explicitly tried to remake, like, the culture of Ulthuan with his, like, grand project.
Yeah.
Many of, like, the Daughters of Cain know because Cain's an old world god, right? Some of the dwarves know. It depends. It's, like, a lot who keep the history of, like, the Caslid and whatnot going. Any who have interacted with Gotrek, because Gotrek's still around in AOS, but he's from the old world. And we have a bit of interesting, like, meta conflict there where, like, because remember, there's no dwarves in Age of Sigmar. They're Dwarden for copyright reasons, except for Gotrek, who's a dwarf. Because he's not going to start calling himself something. And there's, like, points in books where they're like, what manner of Dwarden are you? And he's like, I'm not that. I've never heard of what that is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm an honest to God dwarf of the, like, mountain holds.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
That's so interesting. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So circling back to Bugman and the idea of this. So the context of Bugman would be more like a King Arthur vibe.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Where there's never been a Bugman family in AOS, but once the idea of this, like, legendary brewer spreads from probably Grungni, probably Grimnir, definitely Gotrek.
Yeah.
Because Gotrek, I think, has interacted with Yosef, like,
it would be
during
super
his
weird
life.
if he didn't.
Yeah, they're both famous dwarves.
Yeah.
At the very
narratively,
least,
like, in real world thing, of course they wouldn't have it to be reasonable. In narrative, it'd be weird if they didn't in this fictional storytelling.
At the very least, he's probably drank a lot of Bugman's, like, brew, so he would know, like, even if it's on the level of, like, him hanging out with Dwarden and being like, man, I'd kill for, like, Bugman's right now. Like, I'll never get a true Bugman's again. Yeah. And so that has metamorphosized from the time that, like, that idea of this, like, legendary, like, brewer being introduced into AOS as a thing as a point of mythology that has metastasized into both, like, the readoption of that, like, champagne level thing where like really high quality beer gets called a Bugman's.
Yeah.
But also the, like, kind of weird where, like, on a meta level we know it's impossible.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of dwarven brewers in AOS who claim to be descended from Yosef Bugman.
It's like a lot of, like, bars will claim, hey, Hemingway drank here.
Yep, absolutely. It's either descendants of, or, like, taught by, or, like, received a vision from. A lot of,
I like that
absolutely.
last one best. That one feels like someone who's trying hard not to lie.
Yep.
What is a vision, really? Just an inspiration I had one day? Like, that's my favorite one.
A lot of dwarven brewers will change parts of their name to make them more like Bugman while keeping their, like, original, like, we have, like, Bug Masons and like they just add bug to the front of their name to, like, imply a connection to Bugman's brew. But yeah, so, like,
that's great. I love that.
Right? It's a fascinating good thing that, like, AOS does really well, I think, of the, like, mythologization or mythologization of something that we know the, like, mundane details of, but through the context of these people who never, like, existed at the same time of Bugman, who are only hearing about him through the stories told by this seemingly immortal, like, dwarf warrior, right? Like, or the white dwarf Grumbrindal has showed up in a couple places at this point. And definitely also, like, he is, like, a spirit of dwarven perseverance. And so
he was the guy that we're pretty sure was the original dwarf on the front of the thing that scared. And then when they actually named him, they said he was someone else.
Yeah, they said he was Grungni. But then we've gotten stories since of Grumbrindal appearing before dwarves in AOS. So it's like, okay, that was definitely your plan. I don't know why you changed it if you were still going to publish these short stories. But whatever.
If you're still going to do that thing. Why didn't you do that thing here where it made the most?
But yeah, so, like, Bugman doesn't have, like, a really meaningful presence in AOS, but I like the way in which he's still, like, referenced and is still, like, maintained.
And, like, cultural folklore.
Yeah, absolutely. Continued to be a part of the, like...
It's giving Johnny Appleseed. It's giving.
Yes.
Who's the guy with the bison? Paul Bunyan.
Yep. And I like that it's an extension of kind of because the AOS dwarf thing, right, is the dwarven diaspora. It's the fall of the Kazalid Empire and all the dwarven clans trying to find their like way to continue in the world with that connection to their history. So I like that Bugman has become like a real touchstone for AOS dwarves because that was also like the Bugman story, right? Like, well, that's neat.
Yeah. So the bar I was at is just a themed restaurant at Warhammer World. But let's say it's in universe.
Yeah.
Where am I? I'm
Weissenland.
Weissenland. But I'm not because the bottle says Alariel. And it's the city militia has Sigmar protects on it. And Talia is mentioned on the board.
Yes. Though the Mechanicus is also mentioned on the board.
Mechanicus is also mentioned on the board. So like, and again, all this is non-canon. Okay. I'm playing a game. I want this to be super clear. What I'm doing right now is a silly little game. I understand it's just fun references. But if I wanted to make it fit.
Yes. I think
it works now because you've just told me that there are dwarves that try to that like claim a lineage to Bugman.
Yes.
And so I could very well be in a bar, a tavern, a brewery that one of these dwarven families have opened.
Yes.
And that's why it's got this relic, like the history of these things are on it. It's not actually those things, it's just those things we knew about, right? And it's like a setup vibe of what it would have been, right? And the paintings of all these important figures on the wall are like commemorating these elements and these stories and this history.
And that also makes sense why we have a lot of old world paintings, but also AOS paintings, because like Archaon didn't look like that in the old world.
No. And there's right next to Archaon is a painting of the Stormcast fighting the Cruel Boys. Like it's literally the next one over.
Yeah, absolutely.
And okay, so this is where it falls apart, because the next booth over after the Stormcast Eternals versus the Cruel Boys is a series of Necron, Deathwing Assault. These are all 40k boys.
Gotcha. Oh, a strange vision from the Sears,
yes,
perhaps.
Like this is my kid's, like, he's really into like space. Like he's really into science fiction right now. It's just my kid's like sci-fi thing. He asked if he could add it. And that's the lore. No, it's just here is the fun fact though, is that I felt like was the only like 40k stuff where everything else is fantasy and AOS. And so it felt like the inverse of everything else in Warhammer World.
Yep.
Was okay, you get these 3 paintings, but everything else is AOS in here. But okay, so like hypothetically, if you wanted to put it in lore, there is a way to do a lot of stretching. Yeah. But I like that.
Yeah. We can say there's a tavern in Hammerhal that, because that's also where the biggest like cities like militias and stuff would be. So it's a popular bar in Hammerhal that just calls itself Bugman's Brewery for marketing. Yep.
Yeah, because I was like, because when I was looking at all the paintings closely and I saw the description on there, my brain went, and again, I know it's a game. I'm playing a game. How am I in the bar if it burned down? This is a painting of Bugman on his revenge quest. You are in the bar acknowledging that it burned down.
Right.
How can I be in the bar if it burned down?
Yes.
Where am I in lore? And I'm not supposed to be anywhere. It's not that kind of in lore setting, right? Because it also, I think, is a restaurant people just go to in Nottingham. Because there were a lot of people eating outside. Because they had an outside, like, porch dining area that had no theming out there. It was just if you wanted to go get, like, some beer and burgers with your buddies after work, you'd go to Bugman's and sit outside. And again, the food was pretty good.
Nice.
Like, I would just go there to grab something to eat if I was jonesing for that kind of grub.
Yeah.
But it's not like... in regards to the theming, 6 out of 10.
Okay.
It depends on what you're looking for. If you want it to be a restaurant with a fun vibe, 8 out of 10.
Nice.
If you want it to be in deep lore, I'm at Warhammer World, 6 out of 10. We knock off a couple points for a lack of like consistency in the internal theming, but to be if the theme is Warhammer restaurants, 8 out of 10.
Absolutely.
Really solid. Food is good. Fun paintings everywhere. Super cool vibes. I think we could have leaned a little bit more into the architecture of it. But again, that's why it gets extra points if it's just a restaurant.
Right.
It's not like at if I may do another example, after this leg of the trip, I also went to Disney Paris and visited the renovated theme park they just opened, Disney Adventure World. Hey, good news, theme park plans. It's way better now. Actually, it's pretty solid. It's no longer garbage like Studio Park was. This was actually super fun.
Hell yeah.
They did it. But one of the new places they just opened like from scratch was the World of Arendelle. I got to go to Arendelle.
Hell yeah.
And you're like, cool, like what part is it? And the ride is like, the framing device is you are there during the Snowflower Festival, which is a celebration of the anniversary of when Anna saved Elsa. And so you go on the ride and they're singing variations of the famous songs, but are referencing that you're here to visit the castle on this day. It's really fun. At the end of the ride, Elsa and Anna animatronics are wearing their dresses that they wear in like the Frozen Ever After short, where it's like, have you seen this?
Nope.
Oh, it's super cute. The framing device is it's Anna's birthday. And Elsa wants to make the day super special for her. And it's in springtime, so they're in cute springtime outfits. But she's sick. And she keeps sneezing and trying to hide the fact that she's sick because she doesn't want to ruin Anna's birthday. It's super cute. So they're wearing those outfits. You're like, okay, it's set then. And then later on, they're on a boat. There's a fun show where they're in the harbor and they're on boats. And then they're wearing their outfits from the end of Frozen 2. And you're like, wait. This is set at the end of Frozen 2. That's why the ride is not taking place during like the book of story events of the movie. And all of this lines up perfectly within the timeline of when they want it to be set. So Bugman's bar at Warhammer World doesn't do that. And that's okay. It's not what they were going for.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? We'll split the difference. 7 out of 10.
Perfect.
I rated a good solid 7 out of 10. Food was delicious. I'd have to eat it again when I wasn't starving to actually give you a realistic one. But
you know what the real deep cut is that it's set in Warhammer 40K.
Fantasy theme bar in Warhammer 40K.
38,000 years before the events of Warhammer 40K. Yeah,
it is. That's canon. Okay, so leaving the bar, feeling a little bit tipsy. You go over to the exhibition hall, which you do have to buy tickets for.
Oh, fascinating.
Yeah. Like it is largely you are at a Warhammer store and restaurant that you don't have to buy tickets to be in the store or the restaurant. You just pay for the things you purchase. Right. But if you want to go look at the exhibition hall, you do have to buy tickets for that. So don't remember how much they were. Doesn't matter to me. I was going to buy tickets no matter what. You go in and they have a old world, a little bit display of like early old cool. Warhammer books and stuff, and like orcs in Warhammer 40,000. Here we go. Here's a dragon.
Hell yeah.
Things like that. But then you walk into the first room and it is the Mortal Realms.
Nice.
This little sign on the door. And the age where chaos gods reign. Hope flares anew. Which I'm like, yeah, that's it.
Yep,
that's the vibe.
That's
Hope.
the thing.
That's the points. And it's got Warhammer like fantasy and a little bit of Warhammer fantasy in the front, and then you go into Warhammer like AOS stuff. It's a lot of minis, guys. It's a lot of displays of really well painted minis. I got a cool one of the Celestial Prime.
Hell yeah, Celestant Prime.
But yeah. Thank you. My brain just does that. It'll flip letters around. Glass cabinets, much like the one that lives in my house downstairs, of, oh, look at all these cool minis, and they've been painted, and that's really cool. Like things like this. And then also mixed in, here's a photo of me, and there's mirror reflection, because they're like in the glass cabinets, and then there's a mirror behind it so you can see what they look like on the back.
Oh,
right?
Cool.
So a lot of just individual setups of like, here's a cool well-painted mini, here's a cool well-painted mini, here's a cool well-painted mini. And then, do you want to see a diorama of a battle?
Always.
Because then we get to see some, you get to see some dioramas of battles. Massive sets, huge, like, molded specifically to showcase the environment, covered in little guys all at war. Everyone's painted.
God, I know why you can't in like a video or in like a board game context, but I love seeing a diorama where there's just like 400 Skaven on it, because like, yeah, man, that's how many there should be.
Yeah, like this is what it was cool, because it's like, oh, this is what all the players are imagining in your heads when you're playing with your buddies.
Correct. There is a minimum 1,000 Skaven at every battle, even though that's not it's not viable for a board game.
Yeah.
even if it's not a battle with Skaven. They're just there.
Sometimes their displays are really tall. Sometimes they're really wide. Sometimes they're both.
Sorry, I'm still just admiring.
No, admire. Yeah, it was really cool. Even my brother, who again doesn't play a game, doesn't listen to this podcast, isn't into this, was really impressed by just like the art of it, right? And the cool little guys and the displays, and it just would be fun to put something like that together.
Hell yeah. Wow, that's like that's a huge like handcrafted one too, because it's way bigger. You can see Gobsprack way up on the top there.
Yeah, it's like the actual what it would look like in a battle.
Hell yeah.
And I will let you look through all of these later.
Please.
You just like have fun at home. And then you go into the next area where it is the Horus Heresy specifically. And this is like in the 31st millennium, in a time known as the Age of Darkness, the Horus Heresy is a galaxy-spanning civil war tearing humanity apart, pitting brother against brother in a conflict which threatens to destroy the fledgling imperium of mankind. The Emperor's favored son, and then there's too much of a glare on me to read the rest of it because it was on plastic. But that's the vibe. As you go through and you see and we've left Warhammer Fantasy behind. It is a third is the fantasy stuff, is AOS, and now we're all into 40K. So that's the vibe. It was fine. I get it.
Yeah.
So Horus Heresy gets its own section with some...
Certainly a robot.
It's a robot. Is another mech robot. Listen, they're equally cool.
Yeah,
like they
for sure.
are. I don't know who this... Look at this guy.
That's Bellicor.
That's Bellicor. Killing a space marine.
Yeah. The actual Bellicor kit comes with either a space marine you could put on his base or a stormcast you could put on his base.
Nice. There's a cool one, a little section that's like choose your colors, like showing like, hey, you can paint these however you want.
Yeah.
Like they can look like anything. You want to do a certain faction, you can paint them to look like that.
Hell yeah.
And I thought that was neat to include in like the official space, kind of being like, hey, gang, there's no rules. Do what you want with your little plastic guys and your paints. And I like that vibe. And this is where the dioramas get real obscenely. Yeah. And the Horus Heresy starts to like slowly eventually look around and you realize you're just in 40K.
Yeah, it's another Tyranid invasion that looks like crazy.
Massive. It's a huge...
Wow. All the flying stuff like pinned to the rooftops and whatnot.
Yeah. And then you can also, like, there are some displays that are just, like, a big, flat, like, square cabinet. And then some that have, like, divots into it. So you could step a little closer because, like, the landscape is coming out a little farther and narrows at the points. Like, kind of almost like a crescent moon shape. And that's really cool. And then you get to a door. And the door says, the Great Assassin Hunt is on.
Ooh.
One of these 4 is on a mission. And it shows you 4 different minis. Be the first person today to find the one assassin on the Battle for Angelus Prime. Have your sighting confirmed by staff and receive your own assassin to paint and build.
Oh, fun.
And what that means is that you're going to walk into a 2-story room that is just a staircase going down the side of the room. The room is totally empty, except for a 2-story diorama of the Battle for Angelus Prime. Cornish demons are descending on the city. It's a massive siege. There's a lot of words that have too many consonants and little apostrophes, so I'm not gonna. But it's a Warhammer Space Marine thing.
Yeah.
And it fucking kicks ass. I want to swipe through.
Please.
Like I said, it's 2 stories.
That's
it takes up the entire room. You're at the top, and you're just like these massive fucking Cornish demons descending on this city, tearing things apart. And every inch of it is designed. There's active battle everywhere you go down around the staircase, and you can see like descending down fights on different levels in different buildings. It's like it's a city. It's a sprawling. You get on the outside of the town, and there are like demons climbing up the side of the mountain, and it was fucking tight as hell.
Jesus.
It was so cool. And my brother Jared is like, he's kind of trying. Like, I could see him stopping and looking. And I'm like, are you looking for the assassin? He's like, yeah, Like, kind of. Like, there are other people in there that are really looking and really trying to find it. And Jared's like, I mean, like a little bit. He's not like intensely looking. But he's like, if I found it, it'd be kind of cool. Like, it would be kind of cool. He's like, you could bring Dalton the mini. And I'm like, that would be kind of cool. We did not find the assassin. We did not. There are literally like thousands and thousands of minis. Maybe not thousands. God, it felt like thousands. There's
probably
so many.
thousands.
There's so
There's a lot.
many. It's massive. There's one building that stretches all the way from top to bottom. It was huge. The lighting was cool. The sound space was different. Like, it wasn't like loud and intense. So it took me a little while to notice, but it sounds like there's this battle going on. Like, you can hear shouts and clashes and pew pew laser sounds and roars but not like, again, not, you don't step in, you're not hit by the sound. It's really turned down. So it sounds like it's quiet and far away. The sound it would make if this real battle looked to this size, because you're too far away to hear it. And that was tight as hell. And then we leave that room, and you're in the last room that's got more like cool figures and things like that. And now would be a good time to acknowledge a comment that I saw a few folks leave on our Craft World episode about you can buy kits for the Harlequin. Thank you for letting me know. I was unaware. Again, the way it seemed was like they weren't. You buy one, but it's under this other classification. It's under this other classification. So, yeah, it makes sense why they'd be a kit. Thank you for letting us know. Because also, I saw them here. This is the last room. I took 3 pictures of these guys specifically because I saw them out of my corner of my eye, and I saw that, like, checkered color pattern, and I'm like, my guys! And it's the Harlequins! And, yeah, got a pretty cool one of a death jester.
Nice.
Yeah, it was tight. So yeah, there are kits you can buy. Thank you folks for letting us know.
Yes.
You can paint them. That looks really cool. Because they're so distinct. They don't look like the other elf guys. The other Alderan space elves. So they'd have to have their own molds for that to work. The exhibit was real. And the fact that some of those things aren't there all the time. That you'll have them like changed out for other. Like that's super cool. So a reason to like go back. If I was there in a year. I would love to walk around and check it out again. Like it was. The whole time I was there, I was like, I wish Dalton was here.
Yeah.
Dalton would appreciate this. Like, I'm having fun. But Dalton would appreciate this so much. Like, on a deep, true level, this is for the Warhammer girlies. Like, this is for you. But it was fun. And then we go back it exits out into the shop again.
Nice.
And I will say this, it was a shop where you could buy Warhammer stuff. Like if you were in a game store, but if you were in like a big game store, but the game store only sold stuff from Warhammer, like that is it. And that's what it should be.
Yeah.
But my one big criticism is there was not a lot of exclusive merch. Because that is what I wanted to get you.
Oh.
I wanted to get you something that you could only get here. And there was a little display. One side of a short shelf that had Warhammer World exclusives, and most of it was 40K.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's not gonna fucking cut it. And Jared and I were talking about it on our way back. Like, it felt weird that there wasn't more. Like, there was the Bugman stuff.
Yeah.
But there was like a shirt, the dice bag, a hat, a mug. Not a lot, but about as much as you'd expect to have at like a restaurant like that.
Yeah, for sure.
But it felt weird that there wasn't more exclusive stuff for like why wasn't there a Warhammer World t-shirt I could bring you home, right? And I think it's probably because it's largely locals are the ones that are keeping it alive, like folks who play the game and go out there and buy the stuff. Like they're not going to buy a bunch of like exclusive merch because they don't need to. That's their go-to Warhammer shop.
Yeah.
So that might be why. All that said, of course, I did get you an exclusive thing, and couldn't be AOS or couldn't be 40K. Did not really have any options for AOS specific, but I knew what I wanted to get you was I wanted to find you an exclusive AOS mini.
Right.
Like that's what I wanted, so I could bring it back so you could paint it, and it didn't have that. So the next best thing, I did bring you Joseph Bugman.
Ooh,
oh God, I hope he's not
hell yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I got you Bugman himself.
Hell yeah.
He's a little pewter mini. He was exclusive to the Warhammer World store.
Hell yeah.
So.
That's super cool.
And that's it. The bag is empty. That's the last present. And that's the last thing I did. I bought that, and then we left and missed the train by a couple of minutes.
Oh, no.
So we had to wait about an hour for the next one to take us back into London, and we missed the dinner reservations with my friends. But it's okay. I didn't make train mistakes after that. That whole day was a learning day about the train.
I was going to say, learning day. Learning experience.
But it was fun. I don't have to tell y'all to go there if you're in the area. You would anyway. But
I was going to say, now we got to go again.
Now we got to go again.
Yeah.
Dalton's got to go.
Hell
But yeah, absolutely worth. If you're going to London and you're like, oh, where is it at? It's in Nottingham. Oh, it's kind of far out. Worth it.
Hell
Go. You'll regret it if you didn't. I would have regretted it if I didn't. The restaurant was pretty good. Delicious, but I was starving. It was fun. The exhibit was fun. Like, yeah, it's what you would want from like a big Warhammer experience. I think they nailed it. So
go and tell us how the food is.
Yeah, if you're someone who goes there, if you live in Nottingham and you go there on the regular with your buddies, like, hey, is it actually really good or is it just like kind of okay?
Yeah.
Why is there American cheese on the chicken part? Have you had
the craziest
the
thing?
stack burger? Have you had Bugman stack? What do you think of the Wildwood cider?
Hell yeah.
Tell me in the comments.
Absolutely.
But yeah. And that's the Warhammer World trip report.
Hell yeah. Good travelogue. We learned about Joseph Bugman. I loved hearing about I've gotten pictures and stuff. I loved hearing about your trip. Like, that's super fun. And I'm super excited to pay Mr. Bugman.
Yeah.
He's here. He's got his beer.
He's got his beer, yeah. It was like I was like, okay, great. Dalton's presents. Souvenirs knocked out on day one. And of course, I was there for 3 weeks. So I was like, well, a week later, I'm like, well, I can get Dalton another thing. I can get Dalton another thing. That doesn't count anymore.
I've been spoiled.
I like buying presents for my friends.
No.
So here, you would have gotten way more spoiled if they had more exclusive AOS stuff. Like, oh, I would have come home like, look what I got you. I almost got you a candle. They did have a candle.
Ooh.
They did have a Zinch candle.
That's
it
fun.
didn't say exclusive anywhere on it, but it was kind of rad. But it was for AOS and 40K. It had both logos on there. And I understand why, but simultaneously, fuck that.
do more exclusive AOS merch Warhammer World.
I'm sure also 40K folks get a little, it's like, oh, it doesn't need to have the other logo on it because they're like the same vibe, but they're not the same guy.
Yeah.
Thank you for so much for tuning in.
Yeah.
I hope this episode was fun.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
I had a good time. I hope you had a good time hearing about Warhammer World. Maybe it's inspired you to take a trip there. Tell them that the Bad Moon's Orbit sent you.
Yeah. And I'll be like, what does that mean?
Yeah. Well, listen, we're trying to get an invite to because they're opening a Warhammer World in the United States.
They are! Yeah.
Get our names with
Associate us. I did tell people, I was like, oh yeah, I do a Warhammer podcast.
Hell yeah.
So I got to take pictures for my buddy for the trip report. And the employee's like, oh, that's really cool.
Hell yeah.
So it was fun. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Also, all the employees I interacted with were like super nice.
Hell yeah. That's the
like
best.
even the bartender, when we didn't do the table thing right, was still like super nice. So
that's the best. Hell yeah. Well, thanks for sharing your travel log.
Yeah. We have to sign out now, and I don't remember how to do that. Dalton, please escort us out of the episode.
Yeah, I have, as always, been your War Chief, Dalton Montgomery.
And I'm Darien Smart, and I'm excited to not globetrot for a little while.
Yeah. Take care, y'all.
Bye.